4-4 variability. All right, we're going to make this crazy thing called a box and whisker plot. I didn't love the stem and leaf plots, and I don't love the box and whisker plot either, but again, it shows up on tests, so you need to know it. A box and whisker plot shows the distribution of data. The middle half of the data is represented by a box, so this is the middle half, and it's the box. With a vertical line at the median. So the median is right here. The lower fourth and upper fourth quarters are represented by whiskers. So this whisker right here, that's the low 1/4 of the data set, and this whisker right here is the top or the highest 1/4 of the data set. If you are asked to make a box and whisker plot, the first thing you're going to have to do is make a number line, and you're going to have to make some choices about what numbers to put there. Now clearly this data fell between 2 and 6, and so the person made the number line so that 2 and 6, that section right there, would kind of be in the middle of the number line. So take some care in making that number line. Okay, then you're going to need 5 things. If you know these 5 things, making the box and whisker plot is easy. This is the minimum value right here. So just the low score, you just pick it out of the list, no problem. And this is the high score. Again, no problem. Pick the highest number. So you've got 2 of your 5 things right there. You know how to find the median. Put the numbers in order and take the one in the middle. Okay, so that's 3 of the things. So there are 2 more things you have to know how to find. This right here is called the first quartile, and this is called the third quartile. Okay, so you don't know how to find those yet, but it's not that hard. So you need 5 things. 3 of them are fairly easy to find. So now we need to figure out first and third quartile. Now notice when you have those 5 things, it's just 5 dots for them. Okay, create a box, put a line in it there, and then extend for the whiskers. So you got to find those 5 things, and only 2 of them are sort of hard. So before you're asked to actually make a box and whisker plot, we're going to practice finding the first and the third quartile. I don't know why they're asking you the range, but range is just the high value minus the low value. Okay, so first thing, you have to put the numbers in order. You have to show that work. The range is the high value minus the low value, so the range is 71. The first quartile is 15. Now here's how you find that, okay? You can see that 21 is going to be the median. The first quartile is the median of the lower half. If you've got a clear median, leave that out of the lower half. And then put a box around this lower half and pretend like those are the only numbers you've got. Find the middle one, 15. That's the first quartile. That's all there is to it. Okay, then the third quartile is the median of the upper half. So here's your upper half. In the middle of it is 75. So the third quartile is 75. Okay, let's go ahead and do that again. Find the range and the first and the third quartiles. Got to put the numbers in order. Actually, people make mistakes on that. You might want to make sure that you count to make sure you have the same number of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in both lists. Make sure you got them all there. If you mess that up, the whole thing's in trouble. Okay, then to find the range is just the high value minus the low value. Gives you 38 for the range. All right, then this pesky first and third quartile. Okay, so we have 8 numbers here, and so your median is going to be right here, and it's going to be 78 because it's the average of those 2 numbers. When you have an even number of numbers, include these middle numbers in your bottom half and your top half. So here's your bottom half, and you've got no clear middle there either. So you're going to have to find the middle of that. 63 plus 75 divided by 2 is going to give you 69 for your first quartile. And then for your third quartile, same idea. The middle of the top half is going to be 83.5. All right, I'll talk you through this one too. First step, put those numbers in order. Find our range by subtracting. 91 minus 13 is 78. And then the first quartile. Notice that we have an odd number of numbers, so this is our median right here. We do not include it in our top half and our bottom half. So our bottom half just has 3 numbers. Clearly the middle one is 19. And then our top half also has 3 numbers, and the middle one is 66. So you've got your first and your third quartiles. All right, I'll talk you through this one too because it's got an even number of numbers. First step, put those things in order. There's our range, top minus bottom, and our first quartile. Here's our median right here. We had 2 numbers in the middle, and so when we go ahead and break them out into the bottom half and the top half, you include those. And then we need to find the average there to find our middle number, which is going to be 39, and same deal in the top half. You got to find what's in the middle of 49 and 59, which is going to be 54. Okay, so now that you know how to find the minimum value, the first quartile, the median, the third quartile, and the maximum value, you should be ready to make an actual box and whisker plot. So we have a new data set. Step 1 is order the data and find the smallest value, first quartile, median, third quartile, and largest value. There they are in order. Smallest value is 13, largest value is 25. Then we've got our bottom half, and the median of the bottom half is 16. That's called the first quartile. The median of the top half is 21. That's called the third quartile. So you've got 4 things there. We need 5. I would have probably found that first, actually. There's not a clear middle, but both of those middle numbers are 19, so their average will also be 19. So you've got your 5 things, so you're in good shape. There's your number line. Notice with our values going from 13 to 25 that our number line goes from 12 to 28. That makes sense. We put a dot for each one of those 5 values. And then we draw our box and our whiskers, and that's all there is to it. All right, let's do one more together. There's our data set. Put them in order. Pick out the low number and the high number. The median of the bottom half is the first quartile. The median of the top half is the third quartile. And then find our median. No clear median there, so 29 plus 31 divided by 2, or the number right in the middle of them, is 30. You got your 5 things. Make your number line so it will work for numbers from 23 to 35. Plot those 5 values that we found. Low value, first quartile, median, third quartile, and the high value. Draw your box and whiskers. You're going to see some questions like this that ask you to compare some data sets based on looking at the box and whisker plot. So let's understand the information in the table first. It says these box and whisker plots compare the scores per quarter at Super Bowl 37. the data in the T column right here is left out because it is a total of all of the quarters, so it's insignificant in making our box and whisker plot. So if you were to make a box and whisker plot for this data right here, it would look like this, and this data right here, it would look like that. So then the question is, compare the medians and the ranges. Now it's good that the number lines are exactly the same, so everything's lined up perfectly so you can compare easily. So here's the median right here, and here's the median right here. So you could say Oakland's median per quarter score was significantly less than Tampa Bay's median score. And then they also wanted the ranges, so you'll have to do 12 minus 0 is 12. And over here it looks like, I guess that's 16 minus 3 is 13. So Oakland's range is a little bit smaller than Tampa Bay's. So it says the median for Tampa Bay is significantly greater, however the range for Tampa Bay is only slightly greater. So that's the kind of answer that they're looking for there. Here's another similar question. Compare the differences between the third quartile and the first quartile for each. And here's what they're looking for an answer. The difference between the third quartile and the first quartile is the length of the box. So third quartile, first quartile, so the length of this box. And same thing here, the length of the box, which is slightly greater for Oakland. That box is just a little bit wider. Here are some problems for you to try on your own. Pause the video and come back for answers. And a couple more problems for you to try. Pause the video and then turn it back on for answers.